going to warm up first. So first, just big hip swings. My hips and legs are tight from sitting and from doing a little bit of dancing here in the studio. So lucky you get to stretch what I want to stretch. If you have requests of things that you'd like to stretch out in one of these, do send them to me. Unfortunately, I can't see them right now while we're stretching, but maybe Friday, on Aloha Friday, we can do your stretches, or next Leopard Monday. Let's go forward and back with pelvis and back. Nice. So abdomen stays a little bit engaged when you go back so you don't hurt your back. And I'm rocking on my feet. Go for it. Rock on your feet if you like. Nice. And then we're gonna go forward, side, back, side. Nice big circle. You can bend through your knees. It will help you juice up your hips and get some movement in your knees and your ankles as well. Let's go to the other side. So we've discovered that it doesn't work for you to try and take pictures of yourselves while we're doing the stream. But if you did manage to get some wacky pants on or something like that, come together. Take a snap of yourself when you're done. Hopefully you're all smiles after you've gotten to stretch out. And let me know how it was for you. It's really lovely to hear back from people. Sometimes I feel like I'm just kind of talking to a camera phone. And I wonder if there are people on the other end. So thank you for all of those of you who make comments. Opposite shoulders and knees are bending. Nice, juicing it up, getting ready to stretch it out. And forward. Keep breathing. Keep breathing the whole time. Awesome. Spread it a little bit further apart once more, not super far apart. And then we're just going to bend our knees and swing our arms while we twist. Make some nice big movements. Warm up your legs a little bit. Warming up your neck. Turning your neck from side to side as you go. Nice. And then coming forward, we're going to pick up our knees. So pick them up as high as is comfortable for you. If you want to give a point when your foot comes off the floor, I can help you warm up your lower leg muscles and your feet a little bit. Beautiful. All right, I'm getting warm for sure. It's working for you. Coming to about hip width apart with your feet, we're just going to go up onto the ball of each foot. So as I'm doing this, I'm still pressing down into the ground. I'm not lifting up to releve. The level of my head isn't changing. I'm not going up and down. Just staying down. Really putting some weight into your foot as it comes up and hopefully getting your foot stretched out. If you're a person who wears heels or dances in heels, it's really important to warm up and stretch out your feet. And sometimes even walking around barefoot can put pressure on your feet in different ways. So maybe you've been working at home a lot, you're part of the barefoot world now. Nice. So perching a toe, circling your knee, keeping it bent, drawing a little circle on the ground with your knee, and the other way. Staying upright when you're doing this, so not like tilting over into a hip, although that did feel good. Definitely ready for some hip stretches here. Nice. Other leg. And the other way. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna go sideways so you can see what it is I'm doing here. I'm gonna tuck my hood before it comes flopping down on me. So let's come down Bend, 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 bend. Your hands down and step it up to downward dog, which is legs about hip width apart. Oh, I knew it, it's happening. Legs hip width apart. Heels endeavoring to press into the ground. A little slippy. Nice. Pushing into the balls of the feet. And don't let your shoulders come up around your ears. You want to roll your shoulders in the socket so your elbow pits are kind of pointing toward each other. And then that gives space for your upper body to drop down as you get a little bit more warmed up and flexible. Pedaling the feet. It's a nice stretch for the calves. And now pushing all the way. Pushing out through the whole hand. So your fingers press, the middle of your fingers press, your whole palm presses. Whew. Nice. Come forward a little bit there. You can drop your knees to step forward if you like, or step all the way through. Coming up to a lunge. Hair is getting in the business too. So, nice angle between your, straight angle here between your knee and your ankle. My weight is resting my hands on my thigh and putting my weight there. And just opening up. You can bend and straighten a little bit. Get a little bit more space in there, endeavoring to keep that back leg real straight, if you can, while pushing through the heel. Keeping your hips level. All these things. Awesome. Now we're going to step it in a little bit. So come forward, straighten both legs, bend down where it's comfortable for you, keeping a long, straight spine. So it could be here on your thigh. It could be a little bit lower on your shin. It's never going to be on your knee. If you have space, you can bring your hands down to the ground. So do you see, I don't know if you could tell, I adjusted there. I'm going to really exaggerate. Sometimes our hips like to open when we do this. We want to keep them pointing straight forward. So hips, knees, toes, all pointing straight forward. And that should give you a nice stretch all up and down the back of both of your legs. Breathing, 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 breathing into that. Nice. Bend your knees. Bring it up a little bit. We're going to step the back leg in just a teens. And then we're going to bend both legs and push straight down into the ground. So hopefully that's getting your calves in there. I feel it in my Achilles tendon. Ooh. All the way down into that. That's a place that gets so tight for me. Now, staying here, lift that back heel and push it down. Lift, push it down. Lift, push it down. Push, 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 push. Stand all the way up. Rotate to the front, arms up overhead. We're just going to tilt over to one side. So you can push your palm into one hip and then push it out to the other side. Make sure your ribs are staying in alignment so they're not opening up. You're staying in alignment with your pelvis. Stretch a little bit further if you got it. Shoulders staying away from the ear. Inhale up. And other arm comes up. Exhale to the other side. I'm gonna wiggle over. I think I might be a little bit off of the camera. Ooh, check in with your ribs. Make sure they're not poking out. So if you're like me and you have one side that's tighter than the other, you might go back to that side after the stretch and stretch it again. Sometimes one side needs a little bit more love. Inhale up, and I rotate back to the other side. Oh, did you notice my New Orleans Nerdlesque Festival shirt? It's really wacky. All right, and bend your knees, Down, 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 down. Crawl it out a little bit. You are also welcome, if it's easier, to come all the way down to a tabletop and then there, rotate your shoulders under so elbow pits are kind of facing away from me at this point. And then I'm going to tuck my toes, push it out. Oh, enjoy the stretch. So making sure we're not here, but rolling those shoulders underneath. Pushing through the entire hand. Fingertips all the way down to the base of the palm. Release your neck. You can pedal your legs if you like. All right, now's the time where I have to figure out which leg it was that I had put forward before. Stretching one more time. And coming forward, I think it was actually, it's this leg that needs to be back. So stretching up. Whoa. Finding a ball of that foot. So my foot really likes to turn in and be annoying, so it's a little challenging for me to get the entire ball of that back foot on the ground. So as you're doing these, check in and make sure your weight is evenly spaced out with along your foot. You don't want to be tilted in any wonky way. Whew. Checking to make sure your knee is over your ankle. Inhaling. See if you can straighten that back leg a little bit more stretch in the hip flexor area. Oh, yeah. Woo. Beautiful. Release that, bend. Bring that back leg in a little bit. So knees, toes pointing forward, stretching long, 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 long. Maybe you stop here. Maybe you go down to your shin. Check in, make sure your hips are still pointing the same direction so they're not opening up at all. Set your arms down if you have that space. Stretching long in the neck. Wiggle if you need to. Hamstring on my back leg is very determined to hold on. Let's see if I can wiggle it out a little bit. Get to calm down. Beautiful. Let's step it in just a little bit. Climb it on back up. And then we're going to go ahead and bend both legs straight down into the ground. Whoa. Good times, huh? How tight are you? Bend that back foot up. Push it down. Up. Push it down. Up. Push it down. Stand it on up. Let's slide together and let's make our way down to the ground. So if it's comfortable for you to stretch your legs totally straight while you fold over, that's cool. If not, bend as you come down, neck and spine. Stay nice and straight. Whew. Forward fold. So if you are all the way down to the ground, stretch your hands just a little bit forward. Pushing your heels and your feet all the way down into the ground, releasing your neck. You don't want to hold any tension there. Beautiful. Wherever you are, bend your knees. Come on down to the ground. We're going to roll to one side and be a mermaid on one side. So mermaid, shoulder is over the elbow. My bottom hand is out. My palm is kind of spread for balance. Bottom leg is going to bend, however you need it to for support. I'm going to reach back, top leg, grabbing the top of my ankle, and I'm going to pull that ankle in. I do this a lot, so it's trying to find the way to get more stretch. Pulling my foot in, pushing with my hand, pushing my foot into my hand, and then I'm going to tighten my glute to get some more stretch there in the quad. If you're finding that this isn't quite enough stretch for you, if you really want more, you can also take a yoga strap around your ankle and then kind of pull it up over your shoulder and hold that way. This is okay stretch for me right now. I could have more in that area, but that's all right. It feels good no matter what. Release, and let's sit up. Come to sitting cross-legged. Again, here, if you want to stack, if you're one of those super hip flexy people and you want to stack, go for it. If you're like me and you're not so flexy there, you're going to want to make a shape like that. So kind of a squared off triangle. Both feet stay flexed no matter what you're doing. And then check in to make sure you're balanced. Both of your sit bones are equally on the ground. You're not tilted to one side or the other. And then we're going to twist. So right now I'm twisting into the leg that's bent in front. I don't know that it particularly matters which direction you go, to be quite honest. Breathing into all sides of your ribs. Inhale. Exhale around to the other side. So twisting from the bottom, not like cranking my ribs around, but I'm starting to twist real low here. And then kind of just using my hands to support me. So my back hand is like this, and I'm pushing my knee upright, so I stay nice and lifted. And my top hand is just getting a little bit of counter pressure on my leg. I'm not gripping or forcing. Lovely. Inhale and exhale forward. Arms reach up. We're going to tilt to one side. Both hips are staying on the ground and your ribs are staying in alignment with your pelvis, so they're not bowing out. Stretching really nice and long. Circle your wrist. One way and the other. You need stretching and movement too, right? And inhale up. And exhale to the other side. Check in with those ribs. Make sure they're not doing any funny business. Still try to keep our weight balanced between sides. Inhaling deeply. Come on up. Let's swap. Actually, oops, I lied. Come forward. Come straight forward. Straight spine. Neck extended all the way out. Feet are still flexed. Give yourself a little toe massage there if you like. Forward, 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 forward. Wiggle if you need to. Let the hips know it's totally cool to relax and release. Nice. Inhale yourself up, and now let's swap the legs. So situating yourself as you need to. Remember, both feet are going to stay flexed the whole time that we're doing this. Keep our knees nice and safe. Inhale. And then we're going to exhale over to the other side. Again, I'm going toward the leg that's folded in front or on top. Maybe you have a little bit more space now, so sit up straight. And then see if you got a little bit more twist. Keep breathing though. Really big into the side, the front, and the back of the ribs. Inhale, exhale to the front. Inhale, nice and tall, and twist to the other side. balloon in your centers, expanding all your ribs. Inhale. Exhale to the front. Beautiful. Inhale your arms up and over to the side. Check in, make sure again your sit bones are both on the ground. We're going to circle the wrist over here. You thought I forgot. Did not forget. Inhale. And exhale down to the other side. What are your ribs doing? Are they staying in alignment with your pelvis? Are your sit bones both equally still on the ground? Might need to push more into that hip that you're leaning away from. Inhale it on up. And then come forward. Equal weight, both sides, feet are still flexed. Well, maybe you need extra wiggle. The hips were starting to release, then they disagreed. Lots of air. Right down into your hips. And releasing out. Beautiful. Inhale it up. Let's stretch out your legs. So knees and toes pointing up to the ceiling right here. Just pushing yourself upright gently. And then windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Loosen back up a little bit. Nice. All right. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's put our feet together. Baddha Konasana for you yogis. Sitting up straight. Pushing the feet in together. Opening the knees out. Nice. Come forward a little bit. So inhale. Maybe you grab your toes. Ooh, opening up the middle of the thighs. If you can, get your elbows onto the inside of your calves. You can use your elbows to push your knees down a little bit. Open it up. Keep sitting up straight. Wiggle as you need to. So good. It's so good right now. Inhale it up, release it. So you can go ahead and stretch your legs out straight. Get a little space between your legs if you need to come down. First, spine lifts nice and tall and long, and you fold forward. So wherever your spine is straight, here, 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 maybe you're here, that's where you stop, okay? So go ahead, breathe and stretch. Wherever your spine is staying nice and straight, I am going to prepare the oracle cards to pick our card for today. Keep breathing, keep stretching. See if you have a little bit more length. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch a little longer. Notice I didn't say deeper. It's not really a big issue about how low you can get to your legs. You want to keep it nice and long so you're stretching into your length. Beautiful. Now wherever you are, go ahead and round your spine and get the top of your neck and back stretched out a little bit. Breathing still. Got a little ant visitor here to help me pull a card. All right, come on up. Inhale and exhale. Stretch it out. And then open your legs into a straddle. can't tell if you're really doing it, of course. Don't cheat. All right, so opening up into a straddle. Settle yourself there. Let's keep our feet flexed for a moment, or circle your ankles, either way, but up nice and straight. Equal weight. All right, and then go ahead, inhale, exhale, walk your hands a little bit forward, keeping your spine long and straight. Breathe there while I select a card. Yeah, it's definitely over here. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm feeling for the strongest pull, the energy. That feels heaviest, I guess. Oh, Diana. Focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Ooh, I love that. That's so fun. Has anyone had a hard time staying focused lately? I know I have. It's been really hard to keep on track and keep doing things. So Diana is here to guide us. You can sit up if you like, or you can stretch further. Message from Diana. Tenacity means sticking to a decision and not allowing outside forces to sway you. Imagine yourself to be like a mighty oak tree with your roots deeply planted into Mother Earth. Feel your solid strength and steady upward growth. Know that no matter what happens, you will succeed. Your branches may twist and turn as you flex toward the light, yet your unwavering intentions will ensure that no faint wind will sway you from your mission. Be in charge of your body, your schedule, and your mind, and keep them focused on your target. Meanings of this card. Stay positive, know what your priorities are, and take action on them. Take control of your schedule. Release all doubts. Avoid naysayers and skeptics. Diana is the Roman moon goddess, carries the silver bow and arrow given to her in childhood by her father, Jupiter. Because her mother bore Diana and her twin brother painlessly, Diana is associated with healthy childbirth. Diana loves to spend time out in nature and is particularly fond of oak trees and watching over wild animals. You can call upon her to help you with animals, painless childbirth, and connecting with nature and the elementals. Fun. As always, I will post that card in the video later. So, Diana, stay on target. I love this.